I started this organization in 1997.
My God.
After myself went through a very tragic experience. I'm a Catholic nun, and when I was living within the nunnery, there was a woman who came to me asking for shelter. Um, she told me that her husband is, he has become very violent. He's an alcoholic. He was in love with another woman. He was trying to get rid of her. So she came running to me to ask for shelter. But within the nunnery, we could not give her a shelter. So I was forced to send her back because the rules of the convent as such, we cannot take an outside case into our home.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that very night, her husband and after she went back from my home, they must have had some fight. In that fight, he must have got so angry, he poured kerosene and set her on fire.
My God.
And I just heard the yelling, shouting. So I did not know what I was what was all happening, because it happened very close to the convent where I was staying. So I ran there to see what was happening. And when I reached that place, just across the road, when I reached there, I realized this is the same woman who had come to me asking for shelter. And I could not have given, and I said to myself, oh my God, what is happening? And when I reached the place, her sari was all burned and her hair was all burned, and she was sitting like that on a stone. And only she was shouting in Hindi, Mujhe bachao, mujhe bachao. And when I reached there, I recognized this is the same woman who came to me. And I tried to save her. I took her with the help of the village people. I took her to the hospital. But I was staying it was in a very remote place. Our convent did not have a car, nor anybody in that area had any car. So we did not know how to take her. But with great difficulty, we found one rickshaw, and we wrapped her up in a white cloth, and we took her to the hospital. When I reached to the hospital, doctor examined and told me, Sister Lucy, she is fully burned. You can't do anything. But I was insisting on doctor, saying that can you operate, because she was 7 months pregnant. Can you save the baby?
Oh.
And then doctor said no use, but I couldn't take a no. I said, please doctor, do operate. And I'm not educated in this line, and I did not know if a woman gets burned, what will happen. The baby also can get burned. Those days I was very young, and I said, oh my God. And anyway, because I insisted, doctor operated on her. What I got in my hand was a fully burnt baby or fully cooked baby. And I was holding this fetus in my hand, and I was thinking, what did I do? Why did I send back this woman? And this feeling was so much in me. I did not know what I was doing. And of course, that day the whole procedure got over, and then I came home. When I came back to the convent, I was not the same. I was so angry with myself. I was so frustrated, and I was feeling so guilty because of me. I could not have saved these 2 lives. And I said to myself, what am I doing here? And so after some days, because these thoughts were still coming, and this guilty feeling was so strong in me, I went back to my convent authorities and I asked, can we do something for this type of women who are suffering? But then they heard everything, and they told me, Lucy, this takes a lot of trouble. I said I was ready to take. But then what will money? Then they said, you don't know what you are asking for. This requires a lot of money. I said, please help me with something. But then they said, no, it is not possible for us, because this requires a lot of money. But they gave me the permission. If I wanted to go, you can go. So I removed my nunnery clothes, and then I said, okay, I go. And I took my permission from my parents, and then I said, I need to go and do something for people. I cannot remain in this kind of in this wall, protecting me when the women are there outside.
True.
Because I used to see women begging on the street, children on the street. I used to see that. And it used to bother me. But I was not knowing what to do. But then I can say, the minute when I went out and I was telling the people, there are people for me, like even with 2 rupees as donors. Okay. And then I started collecting little by little money, and then it also happened that I met a man, an Austrian person, and he heard my story and he asked me, how do you think that I can help you? I said, sir, money, then I can build a home. And then he, before leaving India, he gave me 1 lakh rupees, because his whole family, they are musicians. He's from Austria, and his name is Mr. Bernard, and he gave me 1 lakh rupees. And with that, I started searching for land in those days. Okay. And then I found a small piece of land in Pune, in the outskirts of Pune.
It's the story of which year?
This was in 1992, 92, 93, because this incident took place little, I think, in between 1991, and then it took me some time to find all the money and
True,
this thing,
true.
yeah, and then I bought a small piece of land. And then came the building. Now, how to find any money for this thing? So before that, I used to take women, put them in one room, sometime in a shed, and things like that. It was so difficult for me to find the suitable shelter, because whatever shelter I would find, the cost was so much I could not afford. I had no money. And then slowly I started like that. Sometime, in a dilapidated house, I would keep some people, sometime on the veranda of some people, things like that I started. Then slowly, in 1997, we set up our first home.
Great story.
Yeah.
But what I learned from your saying that first you sacrifice your job, then you sacrifice your safe and secure lifestyle. You just jump into unsettled, unsecure path of doing something.
Yeah.
And I just can guess a lot of sacrifice you must have done. Would you like to describe some more sacrifices of you in such kind of journey?
It's very difficult and hard stories that I have. Being a nun, I owned nothing. Okay, so to get out from this comfort zone and go into an unknown place, and I did not know the local language, because I only speak Malayalam and English, little bit English, and so I was going to Pune, because this incident took place in Pune. I did not know Marathi, the local language. I did not know the Hindi also. Coming from south of India, we never learn another language. So it was so difficult for me to understand. And also, what happened when I started this place in an unknown place, people thought what did she come for here? And that man, the landowner, of course, I had seen many pieces of land, but this was the only thing that was cheapest that I found. And people thought, my name is Lucy, so very much Christian, and so people thought I'm come for conversion. Okay. And people also misunderstood, what is she doing? She's an unmarried person. I don't have in
Is
India, Mangal Sutra. Yeah. So people were very, very suspicious of me. And but one thing I knew, that when I wanted to start, I was very, very clear in my mind that I will work for people. No matter which religion or which caste or which class the people belong to. I just want the people, not anybody else. And my prayers were all addressed to the divine energy, not any particular religion. So when I removed my cross and I went about with
All
my
religion.
all religion. Naturally, my own people also had a problem. So now, which religion you belong to? Then I told them the religion of humanity. That is the only
And
thing I
how
want.
about your reaction of your parents?
Yeah,
What this did
my
say about your such kind of garland, or just not going through your proper
yeah.
Christianity or Catholic
Uh,
practices?
my it was difficult for my parents to accept me. Tulsi Mala means Hinduism.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were doubting where am I going, and then I said no. Let us create a religion of love, not any particular. Let
Yes,
us
sir.
not divide people.
Very
And
true.
I even told them, though I follow Jesus at that time, even now, but I said, see, let us not divide people. Jesus did not come to create a religion.
True.
He just came to work for people. We created religion. So we need to break that and work for people.
Very no, very honest
Yeah.
saying. And how about your sister and other relatives?
And
Still they are
now
in connection or not?
yes, very strongly.
Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, my parents understood me very well what I was going to do. And my brothers were all into business and they were having money. So they also helped me in the beginning little bit. But one family helping how much they can help, but they helped. And uh, my mother brought all my uncles and aunties, everyone together for me to explain what I was going to do. And of course, in the beginning, it was little bit difficult for them to understand. And but they slowly they understood me, and they were very proud of me. Especially when I received the award from the President of India, they were very proud. And also the secondly, the Pope Francis, who just expired. I had the honor of being with him twice. So that also brought a lot of joy because I went about with my Indian ordinary clothes. I did not have a nunnery clothes to go to him. So my mother was very proud that I went with that kind of a clothes to meet Pope. So she was very happy. And it's not that because I met Pope or I met the President or I got an award. It was not that. She felt, that I was true to my calling. I kept to that, calling in the sense like I had that call from within that I wanted to do something for the poor, and I stood by that. So that's why that was giving her a lot of joy because I was very honest in my work. I was very hard.
And one
Yeah.
thing I want to let the people know about your organization, Maher. How do you work whole day? Or you can say 365 days.
Yeah.
And so I heard in informal way with your colleague that you have done a lot of other social activities also, and
Yeah.
you are awarded by more than 400 or 500 awards.
Yeah.
Would you like to say something about it?
I know we don't have to go and seek for award. What I feel is when we have done our work with our heart, connected with the divine energy, the people will automatically join you.
That itself is award.
Yeah. So we don't have to work for the award. Award will come in search of you. And that's what I believe in. And I never thought even for this kind of work people will give an award. My first award gave me so much of surprise. I said, wow, what is happening here? Because I had so much of audience there, and I said, what is happening? I didn't even know that the people will give
Very,
so much of
very
recognition.
pure soul, na?
Yeah.
It's a sign of pure soul.
Yeah, I am grateful to all the people who gave me the recognition, and even if you don't get that recognition, I feel it's your heart that is connected to the poor, and we have to work for that. It's not that let the people give recognition, not recognition. That is quite okay for me. If they give me, I am grateful. If they don't give me, also I am happy.
You have given more than 1,600 girls a married life. You settled their life. So
Yeah.
I heard. What's the story behind of it?
There are thousands of children who have been in Maher and now they are out in the world. Okay, many of them we got them married because many of my children will tell me, Didi, we don't know how to choose a partner. I don't
My
know.
God.
Yeah, you help us. So I have to help them to choose their own partner.
How? It's
uh,
very critical thing, no?
it's a very critical thing. But there's lots of joy in finding the partners for them and getting them married. It is, especially when they are totally orphans, it's such a joy to see now they have a family. And I try as much as possible to give the children into a family, not orphan getting married to an orphan. I don't like that. Because again, they become, they are there together, but they are orphans. So I don't like that. I like to see my children are going into a family. So I always, and I tell the children also, it is true that you will be getting a husband, but you will not get a family. So it's better that you get into a family.
Very, very nice and inspiring story for we Nepalese also. Now we go for other chapter. And would you like to describe about the quantity of people who are getting services from you, getting welfare services and the branches, homes all over India, and how did you come to Raxol? It's very nearby from our Berere.
Yeah.
How it's possible? So far I heard it's only one in Bihar.
Yeah.
So, Pune is very far away from Raxol.
Yes. Actually, at present, we are in 7 states and we have about a little more than 2,600 people living in these 70 homes. In Maharashtra, we have many. We are in 7 districts. Jharkhand, we are in 3 districts. And Bihar, of course, this is only one in Raxol. Because from Dangan Hospital, there was Dr. Vandana, who was of pandemic, and then it was so difficult for me to come, but anyway I came. But she told me, Lucy, I wanted to start a home, but I have no money to help you. Then I too did not know. During pandemic, we were really struggling to survive, whether I'll find money or anything. I said, doctor, if God wants me here, I'll be here. So I went back, and then by grace of God, I just wrote an email to all my friends saying that there's an invite and there's a need in Raxol. So can you all help me? You won't believe, so many people came forward. And then I bought land. Then I waited for some time. But meanwhile, we took a home on rent and we started our work.
And how did you get volunteer for Raxol?
There are soon after I started, people like Birender and other people came forward to join me, and then Birender made it known to people what is happening in our home, and then a lot of other media people came forward to help. Then we had one of the IAS officer, Mr. Praveen Kumar. He came, and then he called the media, and then he made also known, and that's why we came to known in Raxol, and now we are getting a lot of people to help us out.
There is one very popular saying in Hindi, आगे बढ़ते गए कारवा बनता गया. Yes, you went forward and people just followed you. That's very nice story. But just I want to know about the volunteer, the entire team of entire country.
Yeah.
How much people you are with who are serving entire organization, and what kind of management you are doing right now?
All my staff are very long standing. There are people who have worked with me for 28 years, 27 years, 20 years. So these are the people who take Maher forward. I am now 70, so I am slowly trying to set back and send these people forward.
I must say you are not looking like that.
Yeah, but you know, maybe age doesn't matter for me,
Matter.
because I have still lot of energy to do the work, and I feel
I can see you.
yeah,
I am 60, but I am feel myself inferior in
yeah.
comparison in energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in inside me, I feel that a lot of energy to do the work. Body may not cooperate, but spirit is very young, and I want to do. And but at the same time, we have to be very very practical in finding the right people to hand it over. So I have several training program for my staff to take it. You know what I call it, the second line leadership, so that they can take it over from me very easily. So I'm training all of those people, and they are the ones now who are really taking it forward. And I am more on the training period now, to train people how to take the organization forward. So for that, to take the organization forward, what first and foremost what I feel is, we should be connected to the divine energy. When we are connected to the divine energy within our heart, then I feel the people getting connected to us.
Very true.
That is what I want, and that's what I'm teaching the children, my staff. Wherever you are, be grounded and be connected to your innermost being. Connected to God, and then everything will be okay.
It means right now you are doing the job of counselor and advisor, or you can say coach. And
Yeah.
in number wise, if you calculate how many people you are in terms of
Oh my God,
volunteer.
from the beginning till now,
No,
thousands of
present,
people.
At present.
At present, who are living with us?
The
Or
team
training?
of volunteer.
The volunteer staff.
And
We have almost 300 staff now in
huge quantity.
yeah, very big number. We also have quite a lot of volunteers who come. We have people also from abroad, from India, who come and do work for us, who help us out. Sometimes people come for 3 months, sometimes they come for 1 year. There are people who are coming, depending on their talents and what they want to offer. I like to get volunteers to come and help, because the volunteers also are learning how to serve the country, how to serve the humanity. So I encourage lots of volunteers to come in.
One thing I want to learn from you, the idea, how do you sort out the personality clash or misunderstanding or dispute or conflict in job within your volunteer and staff?
Yeah, there are sometimes conflicts. We are human beings, So, yeah, so it's not that there won't be fights, there won't be misunderstanding. They will be always there. But that should not discourage. It's a human mind, However, you may choose the right people, but still they may do something that is wrong. But the same way, they must be putting up with me too.
Okay.
Okay.
Then how you manage it?
Yeah, because what my strength is to see what is good in that person, not what is bad.
Wow.
First thing is, my focus is when I see a person, what is good in that particular person. Okay, it's not that I don't spare anybody. If I see something that is wrong, I'll tell them, no, this is wrong what you are doing. Okay, but that doesn't mean I will not hate anybody for the wrong they have done. They are human beings. So we are capable of making mistake. It's okay. But take them forward with that. But if they are continuously making mistake, then I tell them, better, this is not your place.
And right now what's happening in all over the world, particularly in our country, we do a small thing but make a propaganda in huge.
Yeah.
And we take help of marketing and camera and everything. And this just spoil the actual crux of service. And isn't it happening in your organization?
There are some people who will come with that kind of agenda. Okay. Especially some volunteers, they come just to get a photograph, or they want some news and things like that. Then I tell them, it's not good. It's we have to work for humanity and then take the credibility. just to take a photograph, then your heart also won't be at peace, no? You keep your hand on your heart and say, are you happy with that? What you have done? So find out whether you are this
Very,
thing.
very nice way to convey them.
Yeah.
And I want to learn one more thing. Would you like to just have a discussion about those kind of people who inspired you, or you are just touching your heart because of their story?
No, there are many people, like now when I went to Manaseva ashram, I was so inspired, There
Really?
are, when I go to Mother Teresa's home, I get more inspiration. There are thousands of people who on the way inspires me. Like when I started, Sarva Dharma Samabhav, I know the first person that came to me is Swami Vivekananda. These are the people who inspires me. Anybody, whoever is teaching something nice, okay. For me, the teachings of Jesus was very deep in my heart, because what he said is, "Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me." So then I took up that. Okay, and for me, it's not only I follow one person, then I am limited. Why I want to get limited to that one teaching of one person? Whoever is teaching something, take it.
Very
No,
good.
that I keep my mind open like that. What is that person trying to teach me?
Very true. Till our death, we are a great learner if we believe in it.
Yeah,
If we say, okay, we learned, then we are closed.
exactly. Till the end of last breath, I feel we are still learning.
True. And just as you said, the sudden demise or untimely demise of lady which turned your life thought, is there any other story which is still haunting you? Oh my God, I did this very nice way, I couldn't did in
Yeah.
that way.
There are lots of things that we have done. We did for children, for the aged people, for mentally disturbed, mentally challenged, the AIDS affected people. But there is one particular desire in me is to work for the transgender, because what I feel is they are the people who are really neglected by all our countries. Every country you see, the transgender people are really neglected. So I have one of my dream is to create a home for them where they can come freely and live with us, and then
It's still pending. Means
yeah,
it's still pending.
it is pending.
Okay.
So I want to do something for them also, and that's a big how where but because the project that I started here and there, I have to make it steady. I have to because some of the homes are in rented homes, so I want to make that into Pakka homes. And after, when I was very young, I thought first time when I saw Mother Teresa, I was at the age of 14, and I used to go and play those days with Mother Teresa's orphan children, and that used to give me a lot of joy. And then when I was about 18, 19, I decided to become a nun, and I wanted to join Mother Teresa, but my parents said no, because my parents thought that joining Mother Teresa means working with the leprosy patients, because those days Mother Teresa used to pick up the leprosy cases, and leprosy was not curable those days. And so my parents were so afraid, and they said, no more, never, never, you will not go to Mother Teresa's. So then I gave up the idea, because I did not want to make my parents sad, and so I gave up the idea. But then somehow when the divine wants you to do something, I think we come back to that, and that's what now I'm doing.
Destiny put you in same place.
Yeah.
And what kind of challenges right now you are facing in matter of emotional connectivity with those people who are having shelter within your organization, or mental, you can say physical? How you handle that kind of challenges?
Many of my women, especially the mentally disturbed, they still want to be belong to someone. Okay, so very difficult to find homes for them, and but even though they are mentally disturbed, we find them partners and get them married. Sometimes they are within our home, we find them, and then we give them a small room so that they have a companion to talk to each other, and they can be in that room. And so even my aged people, I do the same. Aged home is this side, and the women's home is that side. And if I find these two can be living
So sweet.
together, there was a marriage that took place. That man was 72 and the woman was 70, and all my children and everybody was laughing, and they said, "This is what is happening." I said, "Why not? If they want a companionship, why not
What's wrong
create
with that?
that?"
Yeah.
So I created that, and I can feel that was one of my happiest moments then, where I could get these two married.
My God. And so I can guess only, like Manav Sevasam, there are mostly people are having mental issues also.
Yeah.
They don't know how to go in their day-to-day regular life. They don't go like
Yeah.
go to toilet even. They just put everything dirt even their own body, and they don't want to have food also. There are a lot of things we have to take care of. They don't like bath also. So there are already one volunteer to serve them day and night. Do you have certain kind of program in organization?
Yeah, we have people who are employed to serve them, but it is really very difficult to find people who can come forward to clean up this kind of people, to clean up the place. We have to be a model for all of them. Only when we do, then naturally they will come. So it is a set example for them, and naturally they will come.
For I guess there are three kind of issues: educational, mental health, and the dreams. Dreams of those people who are having
Yeah.
shelter. How do you manage it? Health, and
Right.
as you said, there is aspiration to get married or just to get together. How all together there are three kind of issues. How do you manage all three issues?
Yeah, this, especially for the children, I see that every child is educated. Nobody is kept back. And even for the women, when they come, I'll see if they can do some kind of training, make them useful for the society. That's my aim. So we put them all into different kinds of training. Of course, here in Raxol, I have not yet started. Once I have the place and people to come forward to train them, I will do that. So the how to make them useful. That is my priority.
Self-employment type of training.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are different kind of training that we offer them in all our places. Wherever we began, we have done that, and we want to do that also in Raxol. But slowly we will start. That's I'm sure. So, educational wise, emotional wise, how to settle them, spiritual wise, how to guide them. All this we have to see to. It's like a child that is born into our lap, and how we have to train them. So also for the women, for the
Same,
children,
same.
we have to do everything A to Z.
Would you like to just remember the most challenging period of your organization?
It
The
was
most challenging.
Yeah, there was a time a big number of men had come to our home, and they had an agenda to finish me up. Okay, so they had brought all kinds of tools and all that, and they kept it near the road, and they kept inside. But when the men came inside, I was in the village and creating awareness program on certain issues. So I was there, and then this man did not know where I was, and they asked the children where I was, and they said Didi is gone out, and it was time for the children to pray. So children were sitting down to pray, and they said, dear, this man actually had come with an agenda to finish me, but when the children's prayer, they said, dear God, we pray for all these uncles who have come to our home. Send peace and love in their hearts, in their family. Bless all of them who have come to us. They did not know what they had come for. And then one of the bigger children, they had kept tea on the fire to serve them tea. And we didn't even have so many cups or anything. But anyway, children brought out tea, and just then I reached. And these men were not smiling, they were so serious. And I was thinking, what was happening? Then while talking, then I understood they had some other agenda. But what happened is that the prayers of the children, I think, they got converted. And when
Positive
they,
vibe, you say.
yeah, and when they saw that, in our main prayer place, we have Ganesh, we have Buddha, and we have the crescent and everything. And they also saw all the holy books on my altar, all different books. Like we have the Quran, the Bible, Bhagavad Gita, the Bible. So when they saw all that, they understood this one is somebody else, not what we have heard. So one by one they went away. Children have got an habit. Bye bye uncle. They go to till the gate to wish them, and they saw they were picking up axe, pickaxe, and hockey stick and all
My
this kind
God.
of.
It was
And
a conspiracy.
yeah, yeah. So then the children came to me and said, Uncle, Didi, this uncle had brought this uncle. And so I did not know why it was all that. But next day when our children, because children go to the same school, when they came back, they came and told the children, my dad had come to you because my dad heard that you have become Christians and this thing, my father had some other idea, but now we can. So children came and shared with me that. Then only I came to know that it was a very dangerous situation, but the divine energy saved me.
Actually, you gave them a positive vibe through play, and
Yeah.
children did the same thing. It works. A lot of times, I also felt someone is not happy with me, but if I am giving positive vibes and
Yeah.
just praying the well-being of him or her, it's giving the result.
Sure.
Happy.
And when people react and think on anything that we do, we should not react back to them.
Very true.
We
Very
should be
true.
very calm. Only we must be very sure what I am doing is for the good of the people.
If they just bring their toxin out, they will
Yeah.
be naturally will be cool.
Exactly.
So we should let them bring out their toxin
Yeah.
first. Then we can convince
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
and they can
yeah.
we can give them play or positive vibe. Very truth. And you came to Manaseva Ashram Bereganj. You met Ramji Adhikari, the founder chairman, right? And what kind of understanding, or you just exchange the thought with him? Would you like to share here about Manav Seva Ashram and your Maher?
Yeah,
Can we go together?
Yes,
We
yes.
can do something better, exchanging ideas and support. And
No, I found him, he's very lucky because at such young age, he has already started doing something such a great work. So that's very great. And then in extending in the thing, sure we can do. Because what happened, we get lot of people from Nepal to our place and we can't speak that language. And we are wanting somebody from Nepal. So we can reach back, and they also find many Indians, so they can contact us. So we can surely network, and then if they have any problem, they can always contact me. If I feel like even if I find something, I can always contact them, and I'm really grateful to Mr. Sanjay and
Sanjay Ketan.
Ketan for introducing me to Mana Seva Ashram, because I feel from the time I met Mr. Sanjay in Vauxhall, I felt that he's so connected to the people who are in need.
Community.
Know.
Not in Nepal only, all over the world.
Yeah. So that's why when I find people like him, I get very encouraged. I feel very strengthened inside.
Noble mind always find new noble mind.
Thank
That's
you.
very true. And just I guess, or I just keep certain kind of suggestion, then we can have a management exchange skill also. We are lacking such kind of skill here. So Manav Seva and Maher both can do certain work in training in terms of volunteer service or volunteer training or management skills.
Yeah.
Next time we just hope if you come with 1 day time, extra time, we'll go together Hetauda, their main headquarter, and move around and look around and have new ideas together, and this way we can go togetherly. There are few small questions I would like to learn from you. You get any kind of fundraising issue right now, or do you have enough fund situation?
Fund issues, when we run an organization like this, naturally we lack funds. Because it's not only one homes, 70 homes, so, and with 2,600 people, feeding them 3 meals a day, we really find it difficult. Also, when we are putting infrastructure, some people will come, we'll help you with solar, or we will help you with water thing, or we will help you with, but not for infrastructure. So that which I want. Okay, because unless I have the infrastructure, how can I help people?
True.
So, that is one of the huge requirement that I need, because it's not only here, Calcutta, I need Raxol, then I'm putting up in Ratnagiri, many places that I'm putting up. I want to do up buildings in order to rescue these people. If you want to rescue people, we have to have home. So that is one other thing, and all those who can come forward to help us out, I'll be so grateful.
You can take just benefit or your support of this kind of moment. Just you can appeal the people about how they can help your organization.
Yeah.
Elaborate how they can help your organization.
Anybody, if they want to help towards an infrastructure, say, it's not that you will have huge amount of money. You help with whatever you can, and somebody else will put in, and the little by little we can manage. And those who can help in a big way, let them help. Those who cannot help, little by little they can help. You know what I told you, when I began Maher, there were people with 2 rupees to help me, and they were my big donors. I consider them as great people because they trusted me when there was nothing to show. Now at least people will come forward because they have seen work. But those days there was nothing.
And we are going towards last questions. One more thing I would like to know: what's the future plan of you, particularly Lucy Rushian?
Yeah. I have many training programs for our staff to take it forward. In fact, I bring at the national level, I bring my staff together to understand, to talk about it, how we can take Maher forward. Often I talk about it. And then we call also people from outside to train our staff so that they are ready to take it forward. They are almost ready. But what happened, as long as the mother is there, they will still come back to the mother. When the mother is no more, they will manage. Or when they become their own mother, they manage the home. No, it's like that. I have full confidence that it will run well.
It's about your organization, but we are human being, and at the last verge of our age, I already spent my 2/3 life. Okay, 1/3 is pending. You are also near about it. You are 10 years elder than me. Then I already have prepared a bucket list. I did this, I did this. There are few things I have to complete. And this, you can say it's dream. Don't you have any kind of pending issues in your bucket list?
Yeah, there are, as I told you, there are many more homes that I have to complete because I'm running it in a rented home. I cannot keep it that for the future generation to continue like that. So before anything happens to me, I want to see that this is all settled, and people who come after me, they have only to run the project.
It's about your project. I am asking about Lucy Kurien.
Yeah.
Is there any personal your dream only for Lucy Kurien?
For me, my dream was for the people.
Only
Nothing.
for
Yeah.
you surrender yourself.
Yeah. I have nothing. Personally, I don't have any dream because my dream is all for the project, for the people. Because my entire life I have given to the society. So I am happy about it, to give it and to live it that way.
Suppose you happen to meet the God, the Almighty. What will you say, him or her? I don't know, he or she
Yeah.
is.
If I had to meet the divine, the way when we call it God, I will just say thank you for the opportunity you have given to me to do this, because it's a blessing that we received. Okay, nothing else, but it's a blessing. So I am happy with that blessing that God has given to me to serve the people.
Very nice, very nice. We learned a lot of from you. You inspired me personally and inspired my colleagues also. Let's be connected. Whenever you get time, come Raksol, just have a call. Either we'll come to you or you come to us and be connected, and let's work together. Whatever we can do in India, definitely we'll do. And even in Nepal, we can work together.
Thank you
Saying
so
this
much.
much, I would like to conclude. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.